we will make skirt front pattern. We will be needing 1/4 sheet of pattern paper. Then write center front on the side. Then create the fundamental line or the guideline. For the waistline, from center front, measure 7.5 inches. Then add 1 inch for the dart allowance. For the dart, mine is 3.5 inches. Mark the center line of the dart and then mark the both sides. Both sides measures 1/2 inch. Then create the vertical line which is 6 inches. Then connect the line. Then fold the dart. Waistline curve from the center front of the waistline level, go down 1/2 inch. Then using the curve ruler, connect the points for the final waistline curve. Then cross out the former waistline level. Then write the label, waistline. For the hips, for the lower hip distance from waistline is 7.5 inches. Place the tip of the tape measure on the original waistline and go down until 7.5 inches. Do this twice to get a straight line. Then write lower hip. Then for the lower hip measurement, mine is 9 3/4 inches. Lay the tip of the tape measure on the center front and then measure 9 3/4 inches. And then to get the upper hip, you have to fold the tape measure from waistline down to the lower hip and then mark the center fold. Do this twice to get an accurate result. And then from the center front, square the upper hip level. Then write upper hip. Then get the 1/4 measurement of the upper hip. Mine is 9 1/4. And then for the side seam, shape it from the waistline connecting it to the lower hip. From the original waistline, get the length of the skirt, Mine is 18 inches and I'll add 1.5 inches for the allowance of the hemline. Then connect it with a straight line. The measurement of the hemline is the same as the lower hip line, which is 9 3/4. Then connect the hemline to the lower hip line and then add 2 inches to make it an A-line skirt. Cross out the straight line. Add 1/2 of an inch on the hemline and then connect it using the curve line or curve ruler. This is now the hemline allowance, front hemline allowance. Now I'm gonna mark the sewing line. So from the front hemline allowance, I get inside of about 1.5 inch for the sewing line. And then cross out the unnecessary lines. What we need is the curve line. This is the front hemline allowance and then the front hemline sewing allowance. And then we create the allowances on the waistline. The waistline allowance is 3/4 inches. And then for the side seam, the allowance is 1 inch all the way down. The hemline allowance is 1.5 inches. Then connect the lines for the allowances. Make sure to use the appropriate tool. And then on the side, add 1/4. This is so that when you fold the hemline allowance, it will be enough. This is now the skirt front pattern with the allowances.